seems to be rousing a bit.
Not to worry. Let's put them back under.
While the frenzy for Amazon's Fallout TV show helped introduce and reacquaint many with the franchise's brilliance, it also brought up a seemingly long-lost debate surrounding Fallout 4. Many jumped back in and were pleasantly surprised by the attention to detail in the world, the gunplay, the secrets, and the companions. However, there was still plenty of criticism for its story. The decision to go with a voiced protagonist, lackluster role-playing mechanics, the endings, and much more. There was still that feeling, especially among some longtime fans of the franchise, that it just didn't feel like a Fallout game, which is saying something considering some players lobbied those same criticisms against Fallout 3. The fervor may have died down, and each title has dropped back down to more conservative player numbers, though Fallout 4 continues to see enthusiasm following its next-gen update. But there's a new Fallout experience in town, in development since 2019. Fallout London is a mod for Fallout 4 that's more like a total conversion. Though it seemed like it wouldn't arrive on Steam due to the next-gen update breaking several things, it's finally available for PC players.
Mind the gap. Doors closing. This is the London Overground service for Bromley. This train service terminates at Bromley.
There are some very mixed results with the installation. Long story short, use the GOG version, and performance leaves a lot to be desired. Nevertheless, it's an experience that's proven delightfully surprising to the extent that fans of the franchise owe it to themselves to play, if not try it out. The name indicates the basic premise. What if players ventured out into the post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland of London? The series has predominantly focused on the United States of America, allowing for pop culture references and commentary on consumerism, and it's the first time players can see how another part of the world has been affected by the bombs dropping, unofficial as it is. There's no vault tech, no super mutants, death claws, or other elements that will be familiar to longtime fans because, well, the forced evolutionary virus never made its way across the ocean. While that may sound disappointing, it also means that you have to adapt to new threats. Furthermore, it unfolds in 2237 between Fallout 1 and 2. The vibe is also completely different from Fallout 4. Goodbye, sole survivor seeking revenge for their partner and looking for Sean. Hello, silent amnesiac protagonist who's the subject of an unknown experiment.
You are quite the wayfarer, aren't you? Escaping all that hubbub with all you've been through. I'm impressed.
You awaken in a containment tube with two scientists commenting on your progress under the mysterious individual named Mr. Smythe. When the Vagabonds, one of the many factions roaming post-nuclear London, break in and start firing, you're set free. You have time to try and process what this strange facility is about, fighting off rat shrews, a substitute for mole rats, and scrounging for supplies. As you escape, Mr. Smythe is seemingly pleased with your choice, encouraging you to venture forth. A hop, a skip, and jump onto the tube, which subsequently crashes, a fitting metaphor for this mod, and the world opens up. It really can't be understated just how different London feels from the Commonwealth. Propaganda posts against the Brotherhood of Steel abound, nameplates indicating where historical figures once resided are visible on the buildings, Nuka-Cola is in short supply compared to tea. The Reliant Robin, or its remains, can be discovered alongside other vehicles. The attention to detail is on another level, and goes a long way towards making the experience feel like more than just a reskinned Fallout 4. The fundamental gameplay is also very different. Guns aren't as commonplace, with the team focusing more on melee combat and getting up close and personal. A more dangerous approach and the base difficulty being higher than Fallout 4 means things hurt a lot more. Feral ghouls may still seem like stumbling horrors, but a single clean hit can fracture your limbs. Picking your battles, knowing when to use firearms, and backing off lest things get ugly isn't just essential in the early goings, it's mandatory. This doesn't necessarily mean that you'll fight only with melee weapons throughout the entire experience. It emphasizes the despair of trying to survive with the bare essentials, slowly clawing your way up. Perhaps the biggest improvement over the base Fallout 4 experience is making decisions matter. You could join the Vagabonds and partake in different tasks, leading to multiple quests and choices, while obtaining a sweet butterfly knife. Alternatively, you could visit the Thames folk and learn more about the mysterious facility and potentially who the Gentry are. Maybe you want to forego both choices and explore the world unfettered. It's ultimately up to you, and while the impact of each decision has yet to be fully revealed, they do feel significant. You have skill checks that range from getting some water from the Vagabonds and potentially saving someone's life, or making their conditions worse, to heavier choices deciding whether to disrupt a supply line. While developer Team FOLON calls this a condensed version of London covering 15 boroughs, roughly half of the real-world city, the map size is the equivalent of the Commonwealth and Far Harbor from Fallout 4. Also, while touting that this is a DLC-sized mod, it has 200 quests and promises 90 hours of gameplay. It's like a whole new game. Granted, one built on an existing game's foundation, but still offering boatloads of new content for players to experience. The developer outlines various factions from the rebellious Fifth Column to the militaristic Tommies and the Knights of the Round-inspired Camelot. You may even encounter Mr. Smythe's mysterious organization. They all seem to have dedicated quest lines, but the kicker is, they're all only a small percentage. Team FOLON lists 20 factions with varying story paths and endings. The fact that all of this is free, that's simply mind-boggling. So, it's a shame that it's not the most optimized mod out there. Players who install through GOG report crashes after roughly an hour of play. Some don't even get that far, suffering consecutive crashes in the process, even with officially recommended mods like Buffout 4. These will naturally be worked on, but many fixes may not roll out immediately, leading to frustration. The installation experience on Steam is also much more challenging. At least GOG has heavily discounted Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition to lower the barrier of entry. It's also worth noting that your mileage may vary with the quality of the voice acting, which can feel impressive at times and flat during others. However, the cameos, which we won't spoil, are excellent. Despite its optimization issues, one can't overstate enough just how incredible this mod is, especially from an independent team that's spread worldwide. Even if it's been in development for the past 5 years, the sheer quality of the experience from its rendition of London and depiction of British culture is still hard to believe. It once again speaks volumes of the modding community for Bethesda titles and what they're capable of achieving, be it much-needed fixes or fresh new experiences that can rival the base game in many ways. While it may not overhaul every element, Fallout London is well worth looking into. Whether you're seeking something far meatier beyond the current assortment of mods, are a fan of the series, or just curious what the buzz is all about, just remember to mind the gap. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.